I would like to write genetic programs that involve many different basic biological functions, right? By many, I mean, well, do I mean 10? Or do I mean 100? Or do I mean 1,000? Or do I mean 10,000 different biobrick parts? I probably mean 10,000 or 100,000, in the same way that microprocessors have many, many different components inside them. As a very different world than what we live in today with modern biotechnology, meaning biotechnology of the year 2008, where most of the systems being constructed involve very small numbers of components.
The important thing about synthetic biology isn't the synthetic as in fake. It's the synthetic as in synthesize, as in coming together. And that's as interwoven. That's the field, that's the part of the field that captures the interests of moral philosophers, is the capacity to really reintegrate fields of knowledge centered around a goal or a purpose rather than a separate intellectual discipline.
The way I think about it is much more akin to software development and computer programming. If you owned the if-then statement, and I owned the print statement, and somebody else owned the left parentheses, and somebody else owned the right parentheses, and every time we wanted to write a new computer program, we had to go talk to each of us individually and strike a deal. Pretty soon the cost of coming to an agreement and the licensing and legal terms would be much higher than actually doing the work, the research and the development of the technology and delivering the product.
In some ways, everything is synthetic biology. Everything uses increasingly the tools of nanotechnology and the tools of modern molecular genetics and the tools of intricate engineering and computational science to rethink how the world is put together and how the world can be changed. So to the extent that we're all moving towards an understanding of using every single tool to look at every single cell, then I wonder if in a few decades all molecular biologists won't consider themselves part of the synthetic biology.
The registry itself is two things. It's a computer database available via the internet. So if you go to the website, parts.mit.edu, you'll be able to access the database and download the descriptions of about 2,000 different biological parts. It's also a physical collection. So as people define and develop standard biological parts and then make them available for other people to use, the registry collects the DNA, right? So in the same way that iTunes, right, provides an online resource and then your speakers compile music so you can enjoy it, DNA synthesizers transition the whole ownership framework underlying biotechnology. And as that technology becomes more powerful, again, doubling every 12 to 15 months in its capacity, we're going to see a lot of stresses on the legal framework defining how people own different biological widgets.